Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. So I figured for my first video coming back to YouTube, I'd go ahead and rank some BO6 maps. This is something I've been wanting to do for a little bit here because I've been playing a lot of BO6 recently. And to accurately go over all these maps, I at least played it once. A lot of these maps I played more than once, but some of them were just so awful. I just played them once just for gameplay and just kind of moved past that. But I have them all here in alphabetical order because I feel like that's a little bit better than whatever order they were in earlier. But to go ahead and start off with the first map, it's Babylon, my bad. It's a really good map. I'm going to put it in A only because when you are doing good, it's amazing, right? You could spawn trap, you could absolutely fuck up the other team. The issue is if you are on a absolute shitter team and the other team's able to spawn trap you, there is nothing you can do to get out of that. It is really bad. I don't consider myself a bad player by any means. I'd say average to above average. And when I get spawn trapped, it is the most infuriating thing when your teammates can't do anything to help push out. They kind of like sit back in the map, or like if they push out, they don't help to like clear out anything, so you can kind of like push up and like get them spawn trapped. So because of that, it is an A tier map. I love how small it is. It's very open, so there's a lot of opportunities to get kills. And I'm more of like AR type of player here. I like to run more heavier guns than, you know, SMGs or shotguns, you know, the close range weapons. Or I'm also not like a long range weapon user such as like snipers. So really good map. I'm gonna put that in A. Up next we got Derelict, or Dare Shit. It's a C tier map. It's pretty average. I kind of get a little bit of vibes of Turbine from BO2. Obviously, it's nowhere near as long as Turbine, but you know, you have that train down the middle that people like to camp on, that little tower in the back people snipe from, and all around, it's not a great map, but it's definitely not bad. Like, there are way worse maps. I would prefer this map over some other maps. So that's why I put it in C tier. Up next, we have Extraction. This is another map that I'm going to put in C tier. I'm actually going to put it higher than Derelict. If you love snipers, this is an amazing map for you. You can hold down a large majority of the map. In the gameplay that you're watching right now, you can definitely see that it's amazing to use it with a sniper if you're good at aiming, or you can kind of like quick scope or, you know, drag scope really good. Really good map. If you like to run SMGs, it depends what type of movement you have, if you're quick with it, how good your aim is, obviously. But overall, I'm not really the type of person to run snipers. Like I said, I can do it if need be, but I'm going to have to put that in C tier for right now. Up next, we have Gala, and as much as I'd love to put it in F tier, realistically, it is not an F tier map. I really like the way it looks. It's very open. Once again, if you like to snipe, there's that option. If you like to run SMGs, the area in the middle of the map is pretty good to kind of meet others, and you have like a little area to hide away so that the snipers can't get you. You have the sides of the maps, and overall, it's not a bad map by any means. The way that this is structured is very close to how I like to play my game versus how I believe that the map is organized and run. So that's why it's going to be a little bit different here. Up next, we have Hacienda. I'm going to go ahead and put that in B tier. I would much rather play Hacienda than some of these other maps. It's a little bit too large for my liking, but as I played it more and more, I started to realize what people were seeing in it. There's a lot of ways to kind of get your kill streaks going. You can kind of run around the map. You could hide, essentially, if you like to play like that. That's what I like to play sometimes. I'll get like a couple of kills, run away, go to a different area of the map, and kind of kill them from a different direction. So Hacienda affords that to you, so if you like to play like that, it's perfect. My only gripe with it is if you have aerial score streaks, a lot of the map is inside the little building there, so that can be a little hard to navigate. Up next, we have Heirloom. This is going to be our first F-ranked map. I know a good portion of the community likes this map, but it's not really my style. I don't like how the S is kind of, or not the S, I don't like how the middle of the map is kind of S-shaped. So it kind of like funnels the people in. There's a little spiral on each side. Very open map, yet very congested. And I really don't like that. I think it's a beautiful map. I like the idea of it. But if it was like a little bit bigger, it'd be better. But then again, it would kind of defeat the purpose of having it as a mosh pit map. But to me, I really dislike this map. Every time it comes up, I just automatically leave the game. And I don't want to play that. Up next, we have Hideout, and this is another A tier map. I really enjoy this map. Very open, yet very congested, which is different from Heirloom, because the way Hideout is placed, you have movement options, in my opinion. Heirloom, it's like, it's so open yet congested that there's nowhere to go. Like, if you get picked off by a sniper, you can't do anything. In Hideout, you have options. You have different ways to move around, to navigate if there's someone sniping or there's someone moving around, being a movement demon. You have options to get rid of them. You could, you know, find another way to get them, and you kill the person, whatever, get your score streaks going, all that. So overall, I really like the map. It's always fun to play, but yeah, I'd put it in A tier, just behind Babylon, of course. Up next, we have Lowtown, and I'm gonna put that in B tier. Originally, I really disliked this map, and I'm gonna continue to say that I dislike this map specifically for Team Deathmatch. If you play Team Deathmatch for Lowtown, I really don't think it's a good map. People love to just kind of sit and camp at like the little area on the side of the map, where if you're trying to run through, you just get absolutely domed by like 3 people just chilling in a corner. And if you're playing like objective-based games like Hardpoint or Domination, I have some of the best kill streaks like going off. I'll get like a 15 bomb, almost get to a 20 and die when I'm at like 19. But really, it's a lot of fun if you play objective-based games. So I would put that in B, only because of the objectives. If you are talking about TDM, definitely drop that down to like a C or even an F maybe. Up next, we have Nuketown, a staple of the game. I'm going to go ahead and put that in A tier because it is that much of a staple of the game. The only bad thing I have to say about this map is the smokes. And of course, this can be said for any Call of Duty that has smokes in it, which is, I believe, all of them. So some people like to just kind of run the smoke class, and then they'll have like a tracker on their gun where, like, you know, they can look at your heat signature or whatever, some bullshit like that. I don't know, because I don't use those guns. I like to run just a basic red dot on my gun so I can see where I'm aiming, and I can see that I'm aiming for the head, and that's it. But those people make that game extremely unfun. The only time that it's fun is if they're running around and knifing, because it's kind of like a murder mystery almost to me. Like, you're like, oh, who's coming through the smoke? Is that my teammate? Is that the enemy? Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, if you're in core, you can see it's your teammate, but in hardcore, it's a little bit more different because the name tags aren't visible. But a lot of fun. Up next, we have our first S tier map, and that's Payback. I'm getting heavy Hijacked vibes from this map. It's nowhere near close to what Hijacked was, because obviously you have the little under section. And although I guess you could say the middle section is a little bit like that, it's not the same. But the way that it runs, it's like, it's not a small map, but it's not large either. It's not even medium. It's like somewhere between small and medium. There's so much movement options. There's areas where you could snipe if you wanted to. It's not really ideal, but you can snipe. You could run any single class that you want. You can run launchers. You can run pistols. You have SMGs, ARs. Everything is feasible in this map, and it is just so much fun, especially in objective-based games on this map. Absolutely phenomenal. I love it so much. Now, on the other side of that, we have Pit, which, honestly, I have to put in F tier. It's another mosh pit map, very close, very congested, and it's so open yet congested that it isn't fun to me. The amount of grenades that are thrown in there, obviously you can run flak jacket to counter that, but it just is legitimately unfun for me, because no matter what you do, there's at least 5 different fucking sight lines looking down at you. There's so many different angles to where you can kill people, to where you can get killed from, and to me, I don't really find that fun. I know it's more of like a grind map. You can grind out your headshots and all that really fast, spawn in, get a kill, maybe get 2, die, and just kind of rinse and repeat type of formula, but I really don't like that. It's too small for my liking, and it's so easy to get spawn trapped, and just there's gonna be like a random grenade that's thrown that's gonna get you like the next 3 times that you spawn. It's just really annoying, and I don't like that in my Call of Duty maps personally. But that's Pit. Up next, we have Protocol, and this is another B tier map. I'm actually gonna put it ahead of Hacienda just because I kind of like the sight lines on this map. Very open in the middle of the map, the sides especially, but you have so many options to run across the map to get your kills. You have ways to hide if you want to play like that, but it's not like, it doesn't feel unfair if you are killed by someone who's hiding. It's just like, oh, okay, well, now I know to throw a grenade over there, or to come up the other way, because there's options to where you can get around, you can move around and find who you're going for. So B tier for me. Up next, we have Racket. And even though it is almost exactly like Pit, Racket is so much fun. I like the little cell ideas in the middle where there's like that bulldozer and all that. You have all these options to run around the map. You have protection from those things. It's not super open sight lines. And if it is, you can easily maneuver to where you're no longer in those sight lines, unlike Pit. And because of that, I'd have to put that in A tier. I'm going to put it just behind Hideout, but ahead of Nuketown, because that just makes it so much more fun to me, in my opinion. And you could just rack up your kill streak and everything, and it's just so much fun. Up next, we have another F tier map. We have Red Card. Every time I see this map pop up, I instantly just take myself out of the game. I remove myself completely, because it's like no matter what you do in that game, it is just completely unfun for that map. Like, you spawn in, you could either get sniped, you have people moving around the outside, which is just really annoying. And obviously this could be seen as like me bitching that I'm not good enough or whatever, but it's just the way that people maneuver this map is really annoying, and it's not something that I'm familiar with or want to get familiar with, because I don't play like that personally. I like to kind of rush in, just kind of mindlessly shoot people, and not just lay on my ass or my stomach for, you know, fucking the half game and just wait for someone to come across my sight line and then just fucking right click or you know, hit my left click. And it's so fucking stupid. I hate it. Up next, we have another C tier map. That's going to be Rewind. I'm going to put that ahead of Gala, because it's another sniper map to me. You have the inside to where if you want to run your closer range weapons, you can. But if you want to have a sniper duel outside, it's totally feasible. You can look around. You can see where people are running with snipers, so that's an option for you. AR is feasible. SMGs, pistols, everything that you can think of is feasible. It's just, I don't like how long it is. And to me, it's not the most fun map to play. Up next, we have Scud. I'm going to put that in B tier. It's very average to me. Actually, a little bit above average. But, I don't know. Like, there's sight lines that you could look at. You could snipe. You could, you know, hold areas. There's not really much to say. It's just kind of average to me. Up next, we have Skyline. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the A tier. I really like this map. It really sucks when you get spawn trapped, though, because there's not really too much you can do. But I feel like if you can get a lucky spawn, you can easily maneuver it. You can kill the people who are holding you down. You can spawn trap other people. There's options to where you can play the game. If you can get inside, you can maneuver underneath. You can maneuver on top. You can hold peeking areas and all that. To me, a lot of fun. I love the modes on it, like domination and hardpoint. A lot of fun. So, A tier map for me. Up next, we have Stakeout. And originally, I really did not like this map. I'm going to put it just behind Skyline. But like I was saying, I really did not like this map at first, but the more that I played it, the more that I really enjoyed it, because it's everything Pit wants to be, but isn't. It's very close, but it's not, like, unfair close. There's no second area that people can come in unless they do the little glitch outside where they can run in and then run through specifically only the middle of the map. And that is such a small area, unlike Pit, where Pit, the entire middle is the only area to really fight people. So Stakeout, it's just basically either going straight through that fucking kill zone on the left side of the map, or you have to navigate around the right side where there's the middle, or you just straight up go outside where there's another kill zone. And it's more of a shotgun use type of map, but really fun to play. Up next, we have Subsonic. So to me, this is a high B tier map. It really depends on how well I do in the game to determine where I put the map for this one specifically, because I don't really know. Like, it's not super fun. I don't really like the fact that the doors open and close off of bullets. I don't know, because I feel like so many times I just get trapped in the back of the map when someone on my teams just want to be an asshole, and I'm trying to run through the middle, get to the point, whatever, and they're the fucking dumbasses that are shooting the door closed, so that way they can just go around either to the right or to the left. And it's really annoying, because your teammates can literally sabotage you from doing what you want to do. And because of that, that's why I have it as a B tier. If they couldn't do that, I would maybe move it up. But simply because they could fuck around with you like that, I have to put it a little bit lower than the other maps. But it's a very solid B tier map. I have fun playing it, but sometimes your teammates can be a dickhead and block you like that. So this one might be a little bit controversial here. I'm going to be putting Vault in the A tier. It's a very low A tier to me, but I really enjoy the map. There's so many options for what you want to do, what you want to run. Very easy to get high kill streaks in this map. You have a lot of options. You can run the outside with snipers. You can run the inside with SMGs, ARs, anything like that. And you can still kind of pick fights with those snipers. So very feasible for every situation. And I just really like maps that allow you to pick your situations like that. Up next, we have Vorukta, and I'm not a big fan of this map. Every time I play, it's a very low kill type of game. I'll have like a decent KD, but because of how open it is, I don't like it. I'm going to put it ahead of Rewind, but behind Derelict, because it's not really a fun map to me. It's very boring, very slow paced, and because of that, I just can't see it being ranked higher than a C. Up next, we have our last map of the video, and that is going to be Warhead. To me, realistically, I don't think it's an F tier, but it's not a C tier, so because of that, I'm going to be putting an F. I'm going to put it ahead of Pit, but it is just so unfun, especially on hardcore. I don't like it. It just, I don't know, it's rinse and repeat getting spawn trapped or spawn trapping the other team. And I understand that's the point of Call of Duty. You want to spawn trap to get your kill streak up and all that. But the way that it's done is just so stupid, because you could spawn trap from literally the middle of the map and you have the entire like peripheral to just kill the enemies when they're spawning and all that. And it doesn't feel like it's earned. Like if you control the middle, you control the entire game. And because of that, I don't like it. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you later.